Hello, today let's talk about the stages of a self-pay consultation. So many people do not know the difference between a self-pay consultation and an insurance consultation. They are different. The main reason why they are different is because you have to be able to talk more about, helping your ideal private pay client get to the outcome they want. So they're generally right here when they start with you, and they're trying to get to the other side. Now, when you're talking about someone paying with their insurance, they can afford to not really um, think about what the main goal is, and they're going to be focused on sessions. But when it's coming out of their pocket, they're saying, okay, how can I get the most for this amount of money that I'm paying? How can I get the most benefit out of it? So if you're doing your consultation style the same way that you would be if you're trying to go and get insurance, you're going to be losing a lot of the self-pay clients. So let's just talk about the different stages inside of the self-pay client consultation. So the first step is the introduction. Okay, this is not very complicated. All it is just building a little bit of rapport with the person. So how is your day going? What's the sky like out you? Have you taken a trip recently? How are things with you right now? They're either going to be saying stuff like, I just got back from a trip to wherever, or it's really sunny outside, or it's the first day of spring, or blah, 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 blah. That one's very simple. All it is just to just put them at ease and just really start to have fun and talk to each other and start building that relationship. Step number 2 is the fact finding. Okay, so this is very, very important because you need to be able to know, can you actually help this person? What is their mindset like? Do they actually believe that they can actually be helped? Where are they? Okay, if you do not ask enough questions or the right questions at this point, you are going to be at a tremendous disadvantage and you're doing yourself a tremendous disservice towards the end of the call. But we're going to come back to why in a little bit. Okay, so in order to get the self-pay clients, you need to know what their motivation is for reaching this goal. Why do they want to get here? How long do they think it'll take to get there? Do they think it's even possible to get there? What is this? What does that look like for them in their life? And what are their main drivers? Okay, that's what the fact finding is about. Next stage is going to be about service selection and the value walk. So we call this the value walk because it's all about, I just have a thing going off. It's all about what are they going to get out of this, out of this program and out of these sessions with you? Am I going to be able to get this goal? The goal they told you that they wanted like 5 minutes ago. Everything that you talk about from this point on has to be about how doing sessions with you will help them reach this point, and how life is going to either be different or talking about what happens when you get to that point from doing these sessions with the psychotherapist. If you cannot explain that correctly or in a way that actually, inspires them, they're just going to be like, okay, cool, cool, cool. And then you're going to say the price and they're not even going to care. And they'll be like, don't worry about it. No thanks. I have to think about it. I'm traveling in 90 days from now, so I can't do any sessions with you tomorrow. Sorry. Okay, so now we have the value walk. So after the value walk comes step number 4. That is the negotiation. Now, and negotiation and trial close. So the reason why I call it negotiation is because it's just you just saying what the price is. So at this point, they're going to pretty much know what they're going to be getting out of sessions with you. And then they're going to ask, so what's the price? And you tell them what the price is. Generally, when my clients work with me, we work on doing bundles of sessions. So that's usually between 8 sessions to 12 sessions, and we charge around $2,000 or $3,000, depending on the level of experience that the therapist has and their comfortability with saying the price. In some cases, we do $4,000 for 12 sessions. It just depends on the person I'm working with. But at that point, you're going to say the price. And the person is either going to say yes, or you're going to say, I'm not really sure. And then your job is literally just to say, okay, cool. So, why did you schedule the call with me today? And they're going to tell you, and you're going to have another conversation. The conversation basically starts here. Because if they're not interested, they would have said, I'm not interested, and they would have just gotten off the phone. It's your job to be able to hear what they're saying and understand whether it is their emotions, their anxiety, their depression talking, or whether it is like them just not being interested. So that's why you have to have a second conversation, basically, starting with now they know the price, and they're really going to be doing a calculation inside of their head as to whether or not if they pay this amount of money, will they actually have the problem like either fixed, managed, or solved in their life. And if the answer is not either a resounding yes, I can if I work with this person, or I don't think this person actually knows what I want, then you're going to lose them and they're going to just go on their way and you're not going to hear from them again. Okay? So after the negotiation and after the trial close and after we call this next step looping, we're basically just going back and just literally just having a second conversation. We're basically repeating either similar questions or similar thought patterns to what we were doing in the first half of the call. But it's more about, what does life look like after you've gotten this goal? So 12 months from now, after we've worked together and after you learn how to manage your anxiety, you know, are you going to go travel? Are you going to be able to go to basketball games? What do you want to get out of this? And they're going to tell you. Maybe they want to be able to go get a promotion at work, but they just can't go and walk up to their boss and ask for a raise because they get too anxious or they just get freaked out or they have a panic attack. Maybe they're going to be able to finally go and propose to their spouse in the middle of Times Square. I don't know exactly what it is for them because I'm not in front of them, but they're going to start telling you about what their dreams and what their desires are. And it's really your job to be able, if you are able to help them, talk about how you can help them get what they want. Okay? And at the end of the day, it just comes down to the close. So, do you want to do this or not? And they're going to say yes or no. If they say no, okay, cool, that's okay. When you have a system that is consistently bringing in new consultation calls, it doesn't matter whether or not an individual person wants to do it or not or pays you money because we just have enough coming in. If they want to work with you to get the help that they need and that they sign up for a consultation for, then they will. If they don't, nothing we say is going to really change them. There's no magic words. And then that's it. They either paid the money on the phone call or they don't. And then we just move on to the next person. And we help the people who decided to work with us. Okay? So hopefully you enjoyed listening to this video. This should give you an insight into exactly what the self-pay consultation is about and exactly what is needed in order to start working with more self-pay clients. A couple days ago, I created a free training that shows those inside the psychotherapy community how to attract a consistent flow of private pay, also known as self-pay clients. Clients who pay out of pocket and who not only need your help, but who value your help enough to pay you well for that help. So if you've been struggling to attract self-pay or private pay clients and you want to go and fill up your practice with 10, 20, maybe even 30 new self-pay and private pay clients per month, this training is for you. You can go and access this training by clicking the link below and registering for a time today that fits your schedule. I don't know exactly how much longer it's going to be available for. I actually ended it a couple days ago, but people were asking me to reopen it because they just didn't get a chance to get in. But I don't know exactly how much longer I'm going to have it open for. I think it's another 7 days because it does take a significant amount of my time to not only prepare for the training, to give the training with you there, and to actually answer your questions during and after the training. So take advantage of this. I'm not actually getting paid